expectations have been surpassed after watching this movie. What movie, you ask? The Disappearance of Suzumiya Haruhi. Holy... Okay, let me just start this off by saying I did not even finish the first season, and obviously I didn't even start the second season. But I watched enough of the first season to understand everything that was going on in the movie. Like, I watched the first 6 episodes, and I watched the whole deal with the drawing the thing in that school park that Haruhi wanted to do, and the 3 years back thing. I watched that on YouTube because you had to watch that to understand what the hell was going on there. So I understood pretty much. God, I hate this so much. But I pretty much understood everything that went down. And that's pretty hard because this entity, bullshit, it's not bullshit, it's logical, and it's interesting and it's unique, but with all that information and stuff, it is very hard to understand everything that's going on. But the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, or Suzumiya Haruhi, either way, doesn't matter, got to me. Like, it's, what, 2.5 hours long, or so? The first half of the movie, it was just alright. It was alright. I'll admit, I wasn't, like, super interested, and I wasn't thinking that it deserved the score that it had on myanimelist.net for the first half of the movie. But they were just slowly building it up to the second half, which, fuck, it blew my mind, man. Spoiler free, so the title pretty much gives it away that Haruhi disappeared, and that this is a world without Haruhi. Why is it a world without Haruhi? Well, I'm not gonna say. But the reason why, and the reasons the certain person did all of this made me feel so horrible for that person. Like, I felt so bad for the person who changed the whole world. For the person who changed the world to where Haruhi was just like a normal school. Well, not normal, but to where Haruhi attended a different school and she never met the SOS Brigade Club. And I lied when I said I understood everything, because the whole time travel stuff, all of that, double people in the same world, triple people in the same world, all of that stuff, yeah, you can't understand all of that unless you're like digging deep into it. But this movie was so freaking good because I connected with the characters, especially one of them. Yuki Nagato. Yes, Nagato was, I don't know, Hunter x Hunter is my favorite anime of all time because I connect with the characters. This is my favorite anime movie of all time, albeit I haven't watched a lot of anime movies. But this is my favorite movie because I connected with characters, especially Nagato. Nagato just... it was... I don't know. The movie in general, it was... it started off a bit slow. Then the whole thing started, like, building action started to happen, and I was confused. I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know who did what, why anything was happening. I was like, Kyung. I was just like, what the fuck? Why me? Why can't I understand any of this? But other than me connecting with the characters, the plot twist, especially near the end, holy shit, where did that fucking come from? What the like, just when you think it's about to be over, sort of, bam, nah, not yet. You gotta wait a little bit longer, prolong this. And the decision, if you've already watched the movie, the decision, let me just say, I like Haruhi. She's awesome. She's my waifu. She's one of my favorite anime characters. But in all honesty, I would have been completely 50-50 on which world I would have chosen. I can't make this completely spoiler free because I have to express my opinion on this particular part. So if you haven't watched it, then just stop the video now. So when Kyon had the choice between having the world that Nagato created or having the world that he was in, like the world with Haruhi that was all crazy and stuff that he always complains about, I was rooting for him to pick Nagato's world, in all honesty. Because, yes, he was having fun. I mean, he didn't realize he was having fun until that moment. But he was having fun in Haruhi's world because Haruhi does all these crazy things and he gets to be involved with all these things and it's obviously fun. Like, all that crazy shit, yeah. But I feel so goddamn bad for Nagato because she's this entity thing with no personality, and at some point, because whoever the superior person that's above her, whoever created her, is a fucking douchebag and didn't give her a personality, and she cracked eventually because she had a bug, which meant that she was pretty much like lovesick or personality sick. She wanted to live a normal life, and so that's why she did all that. And I completely understand. There was no antagonist to the story except maybe that one chick who, you know, had a knife and stuff. Like I said, I didn't finish season 1. I do remember her in season 1. I remember what she did. I got up to like episode 7, so I know who that character was. I felt like she was kind of not needed, but it was a good plot twist that they had there. Even though the plot twist itself didn't change, I don't think it would have changed much. And it confused me. I've been debating on watching this movie for a very long time. I don't think I'm going to finish season 1 still. I'm not going to do season 2. I've read stuff about that. It doesn't sound fun. But this movie, it got to me. It really, really got to me. Mainly because of Nagato. And with that ends closure with Nagato, I completely feel how Kyon feels. He's fucking pissed. that the creator didn't make Nagato a normal person. I'm fucking pissed that that creator didn't make Nagato a normal person. And because of that, Kill's gonna have to do all of this shit over again and maybe rearrange it a little bit. So I'm wondering if they're gonna make like a season 3 or a sequel movie, sequel to something. I want to see a little more closure of Nagato, because I feel horrible for her. Like, I was on the verge of tears when Kiln was on that little decision. He was taking the quiz and stuff, and then he finally answered. And it had that little white screen, and Nagato was holding on to Kiln, and Kiln just walked away. I was on the verge of tears. I was about to fucking cry. I was so sad because Nagato deserved so much better. She deserved to have a personality, and she deserved to be more than just like a protector of Kiln and a watcher of Haruhi. I just wanted to make this video because I wanted to express my feelings on this movie. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it like a 9.5. It was almost a masterpiece. The slow start kind of weighed it down just a tiny bit, but the movie was so great to me in such a unique way that it's pretty much borderline masterpiece. You could consider it to be a masterpiece. It is deserving of its title of being a top 3 movie on my anime list on that, I think. I think the rating is like a 9 or something around like that. It's a great movie. I recommend it to anyone. I don't think you don't need to watch season 2 to watch the movie. I didn't even finish season 1, and I still enjoyed the living shit out of this movie. But I watched the movie on YouTube, and I got an annotation on the video that said, if you haven't watched the series, or if this is your first time watching the series, then click this to watch. And that was with Haruhi, like breaking and entering, getting killed to do all that hieroglyphics, doing all that stuff. That video, which was very helpful, because without that I wouldn't have understood like what the hell was going on. But my final conclusion is that this is a great movie, and Nagato is one of my favorite anime characters now because I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad for her. I'm like Kiln. I'm pissed, and I feel sad for her. So if you didn't stop the video when I said spoilers, spoiler alert, I'm sorry. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Like, rate, subscribe, do that stuff. I don't give a shit. I'm just expressing my feelings. Anyone who watches this, tell me what you think of my opinions. Are they shitty? Are they good? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Doesn't matter. I just needed to vent. I like venting my frustration, venting my sadness for a character, actually. So, peace out.